You ever get a call so strange, it makes you question who you've been sleeping next to all these years? That's how it started for me. A regular Saturday morning. My son and I were in the grocery store arguing about which cereal to buy. I reached for a box, my phone buzzed, and her name lit up the screen. Megan, my wife. "Where are you?" she asked. Her voice was tight, shaky. I said, "Aisle 7, getting cereal with Noah." Then came silence, too long. "Where are you?" she asked. Her voice was tight, shaky. I said, "Aisle 7, getting cereal with Noah." Then came silence, too long. "Leave the cart. Leave everything. Walk to the front and get out. Now." I froze, hands still on the box. "Why?" I asked. "I'm not done shopping." "I can't explain. Just go, please." Her voice cracked, not scared for me, but scared of something. My son tugged my sleeve asking about marshmallow cereal, but I barely heard him. I took Noah's hand, forced a smile, and walked out. But every step felt heavier than the last. That was the moment I knew whatever was happening, I wasn't supposed to see it. So, naturally, I wanted to. That night she acted like nothing happened, cooking, laughing, telling stories about her office. But her hands shook when she poured the wine. Her eyes kept darting toward her phone. She thought I wasn't watching. I was always watching. I made dinner and counted her micro-movements like seconds on a clock. She smiled without breathing. The call replayed in my head on a loop. She hadn't told me to leave for my safety. She'd told me to leave so I wouldn't see someone. I tried to let it go, drown it in routine, but silence feeds suspicion. And suspicion, once planted, doesn't stop growing. Later that night, her phone buzzed. She snatched it off the counter too fast. "Work," she said. She worked in finance. Nobody there calls at midnight. I lay beside her, pretending to sleep while my mind dissected every breath she took. That call wasn't random. I'd pull the thread until it unraveled. So I became patient, calculated. I memorized her schedule, her habits. When she showered, I checked her phone. Every text thread too clean, every call log too tidy. Then I went deeper, her email, bank statements, browser history. I didn't move like a jealous husband. I moved like a surgeon cutting out rot. Until I found the photographs. A man, her arm in his, her smile the same one she once gave me. I stared at that screen until my reflection blurred into theirs, cold, empty. The next morning, I ordered a DNA test. Not because I doubted my son. I loved Noah, always would. But betrayal changes what you believe about everything, even blood. 2 weeks, that's how long it took. 2 weeks of pretending, smiling at dinner, kissing her cheek, tucking my son into bed while my insides burned like acid. Every day she grew bolder. Every day I grew quieter. Then the envelope came. I opened it slowly, like peeling back my own skin. Probability of paternity, 0. That night when she came home, I placed the paper on the table. No words, no questions. "What's this?" she asked, her voice trembling. She opened it. Her face changed confusion, then horror, then tears. "Please," she whispered. "It's not what you think." But I said nothing. The silence hit harder than any scream could. She broke down, her words collapsing into fragments, sobs, excuses, her whole body shaking as if the lies were finally leaving her through her skin. I didn't move. I just watched her fall apart. The power had shifted. She knew it. So did I. The next morning, I packed her suitcase, folded her clothes, placed it by the door. I put her favorite sweater on top, not out of kindness. When she came in, eyes swollen from crying, I slid it toward her. "Ethan, please. I can explain." I shook my head once. Calm, final. "Where will I go?" "Anywhere that's not here," I said. "This house isn't yours anymore. Neither am I." She broke again, sobbing, gasping, begging. I didn't yell, didn't curse, didn't touch her. I just watched as she gathered the pieces of her ruined life and carried them out the door. The door closed behind her, and the silence that followed was the cleanest sound I'd ever heard. Noah sat at the table, coloring. He looked up, smiled pure, innocent. He had no idea her world had just ended. I'd still raise him, still love him. He didn't need to share my blood to be my son. As for her, she no longer existed. Not in this house, not in my thoughts, not in the future I was building. Betrayal doesn't end with fire. It ends with absence. And when she finally disappeared from our lives, I didn't feel rage, just clarity.